Hey everybody, Aaron J. Anderson here. Just wanted to do a quick video, kind of a test on my lenses that I'm going to use for portraiture, and that is the Rokinon 85mm f1.4 and the Rokinon 50mm f1.2. And what I have been using for quite a while now is the Panasonic 35 to 100mm f2.8. And right now, just for just see what the depth of field looks like. Also, we have the Panasonic 25mm f1.7. So this is the 25mm Panasonic at f1.7, and you can kind of see what the background blur looks like at 1.7. If you were thinking about getting this and want to get shallow depth of field, well, you can see it's not that shallow. And the one reason why I'm using this to record audio in this test is because I have an extension cable connected to my camera, and the other lenses are they're too long, they're too zoomed in, which means I have to stand so far from the camera to get about this same medium shot here, or I guess a medium shot. So this is the only lens that will allow me to connect audio. If I were to do the other ones, I'd have to use a longer cable, or better yet, use like a zoom recorder and then sync in post, because if you have an external recorder, you don't need wires and all that stuff. So check this test out. Just to say a little bit about the lenses, I was using the Panasonic 35 to 100mm f2.8 zoomed all the way in to get me the maximum perceived depth of field, because the more you zoom in, the bigger and closer that background gets compressed to you. So, it looks pretty good as far as blurrier backgrounds. And then we're checking out the Rokinon 85mm at f1.4. The cool thing about that lens, which is my favorite I think so far, and that is because it's 85mm, so it's really close to that 100mm Panasonic, but it's at f1.4 instead of 2.8 of the Panasonic. And then the Rokinon is a lens that I got if I don't have the room to get my 85mm f1.4 in a situation. If I want to do a portrait, I just don't have enough room for it, then I can slap on the 50mm at f1.2, and we're going to see the difference. I'm trying to keep my same this same shot through all these tests, so it might change a little bit doing this by myself. It's windy, rickety tripod and all that. And then we're going to see what's better. Now in a few images you're going to see also is I put some cups down, some red cups, and you're going to see the difference on how far away I have to be to get these different lenses to fit with this framing here. So let's see how that goes, and let's check it out. So as you can see in the test, you could see that the 85mm, the Rokinon, I should say it, the Rokinon 85mm f1.4 is, you got to be about the same distance as the Panasonic 35 to 100 f2.8 zoomed all the way in. And even when you do that, you're going to notice that the Rokinon has a much shallower depth of field. It also has much better bokeh. Now there's no lights behind me, so you don't see, but the Rokinon 85mm has like perfectly round bokeh balls when you have some highlights or lights in the background, whereas the Panasonic 35 to 100, it has like the cat eye effect on the bokeh ball, especially when you go toward the frame. And also the Rokinon 50mm f1.2 has somewhat of a cat eye appearance to the bokeh balls also. So for me, so far, I'm doing all these tests as I go out and shoot. So far, the Rokinon 85mm f1.4 is the lens that I'll probably have attached to my camera at all times. If I have to go wider, then depending on the situation, I'll probably use the Rokinon 50mm. And if I want something where I need wide shots, close shots, all in one type of scenario, whether it's a sports shot or someone walking toward the camera or stuff like that, I'll probably use the 35-100. If it's raining out, I'll use the 35-100. The Panasonic 35-100 is weather resistant. It's autofocus, and you can just zoom in and out. So it's a really quick lens to use. And the Rokinons, of course, they're not water resistant and they're manual focus lenses. Now, the Panasonic 25mm f1.7, which I'm at f1.7, and all the Panasonic lenses, you can use the app to just touch focus, which is really easy to record yourself. When I did the Rokinon lenses, doing the tests here, it was quite challenging to get me in focus because I can't just touch it. So I had to put something on the ground where I was going to stand, and then point the camera down to it, focus on that, and then come back up. And then I can use the app with focus peaking and walk, closer or further. And then when I see the focus peaking, like right here, if I'm walking like this, I can see the focus peaking coming in with those lenses. Then I know I'm in focus. So you can still do it. It's just a little more time consuming. So what lens would you use to film yourself? Maybe the 35-100. If you're really not needing that beautiful bokeh, the 35-100 would be best to film yourself because you have this touch focus. It'll be so much quicker. But there you guys go. Let me know what you think. Sorry, it's kind of windy out here. And leave some comments in the descriptions below so we could talk about this. Let me know which lens you would prefer. Filming somebody, interviews, short films, photography, whatever like that. So we'll talk to you guys later. Aaron J. Anderson. It's getting freezing out here. See you later.